Today's video is about a unique project located in the heart of Rio de Janeiro. This is the Gloria project, which is a reconstruction of the first five-star hotel in Brazil, originally built in 1922. This building was erected in honor of the centenary of Brazil's independence from Portugal and featured the most advanced technical innovations of its time. There were private bathrooms in every room, and there was electricity. In short, it was the most advanced hotel of its time. And for its construction, a German team was brought in to design and build the hotel. And now this project has been given a second life. This is a historic building that will now house residential apartments. There are also several other buildings here where residential units will be located. And this building, this project, carries with it not only a piece of Rio de Janeiro's history, but of all Brazil.
The building was constructed for the centennial of Brazil's independence. The government realized the need for a hotel complex with a large number of rooms, something that Brazil didn't have at the time. That's why major developers were tasked with building two large hotels in prestigious locations, preferably on the waterfront. One of these hotels was the Gloria Hotel, and the other was the Copacabana Palace. The Gloria was much better. Over time, it even made it into the Guinness Book of Records as a hotel. With the highest number of rooms among all hotels in the Americas, it gained widespread fame. The hotel's proximity to the government palace made it well known. At that time, Rio de Janeiro was the federal district, the capital of Brazil. So the presidents lived very close by, and many of them preferred to stay at the hotel, at the Gloria, not in the government palace. The hotel gained national and international fame thanks to its distinguished guests, among whom were Albert Einstein, Marilyn Monroe, and a number of other prominent Brazilian figures, such as the King, Pelé, and all the presidents of Brazil. For the city, it was more than just a hotel. It was a place where deals were made, receptions were held, and balls took place. They say Charlie Chaplin visited here, and even US presidents. Gloria was Rio's calling card. Today, the legend is coming back. The hotel is not being demolished, but preserved. Architects are keeping the facade and the 19th century spirit while creating modern residences and leisure spaces inside.
We are ready to visit the construction site of the historic Gloria Hotel project. Now we'll go upstairs and take a look at the decorated apartments that are available for sale. A direct view of the sea. It'll always be quiet and cool here, with no direct sunlight. That's just perfect for me. Apartments. There will be a pool here and walking paths for strolling. A very beautiful view will open up below. We were just told that at the launch stage, at the very beginning of construction, the apartments on the first floor were bought for $2.8 million. And now they're being offered for $6 million rise, which is over $1 million. Simply because there are no more projects like this on the market. This is an absolutely unique project with absolutely unique units that will only become more valuable over the years, like fine wine, because the project itself is already over 100 years old.
The neighborhood itself is Gloria. It's the gateway to the southern zone of Rio. On one side, you have the historic center and the Lapa Arches, and on the other, the beaches and the famous Sugarloaf. A neighborhood with character, where history meets modernity.
Right now, we're practically in a time machine, because when I cross this threshold, I'll be inside an old building, and it'll feel like I've traveled back 100 years. Here we go! And just like that, we're already in 1922. Let's go take a look. The developer has set the completion date for February 2026. This means that by mid-2026, you can already move into your finished apartment, complete with furniture and appliances, and spend the winter of 2026 here. Because June and July are winter in Brazil, but the weather in Rio de Janeiro is beautiful. It's the perfect time to explore this city and the nearby surroundings. Now we're entering the decorated apartments. These are located in the historic part of the building. They are over 200 square meters in size, and they are already fully decorated. You can buy them with all the furniture and interior details included. We're heading inside together. Some areas here are closed off because construction is still ongoing, and the furniture that's here has been covered with protective film. And of course, the view of the ocean is absolutely stunning. So let's go together. Let's see what's inside these. Beautiful apartments in a historic building, probably with the very best, most iconic view in Rio de Janeiro. This is a large hall where there will be 2 windows with breathtaking views. let's go take a look at the view of the ocean, the city, and Sugarloaf Mountain. This is probably one of the most photographed views in Rio de Janeiro. Next is the kitchen, where there's a large dining table for hosting guests or having breakfast with your family. Here's a bar counter with stools. As I mentioned, absolutely everything you see here is being sold together with these apartments, including these beautiful wooden stools and even these little spice jars. Next, we'll head into the private area. These apartments have 3 suites, 3 bedrooms, each with its own private bathroom. And here begins the private area. There's a small office, a place where you can spend time or work, kind of a shared hall for all 3 bedrooms. The ceilings here are very high, over 3 meters, and it's important to remember that this is the historic part of the hotel. 100 years ago, this was the presidential suite where billionaires, world-famous celebrities, and politicians used to stay. This is the very place where history was made. Here we see a large walk-in closet, a spacious bathroom. This is the large master bedroom. Here too, the view stretches from floor to ceiling, overlooking Sugarloaf Mountain in a bay. Right now, the view is blocked because they're installing railings. This is the historic part. And for safety, everything is closed off. There is also an entrance to 2 more bedrooms. Each of them has its own private bathroom. Here is a bedroom with its own private restroom. And here, there's already a full-size bed. We can see that, just like everywhere else, the ceilings here are very high, so there's a lot of light. Next, we'll head into the 3rd bedroom. This one also has its own restroom. The bedrooms are very spacious and square-shaped. You can easily fit a double bed in here. There's absolutely enough space for that. There's a lot of space, and the window also faces the inner courtyard. It's a very large room with beautiful views. You can imagine that the windows here go from floor to ceiling. You can enjoy the view, the scents, and the sounds. Rio de Janeiro, and your own apartment in a historic building, in a historic project that will only grow in value over time.
Gloria Residence is a real legend coming back to life. 100 years ago, presidents and royal families shined here. Today, it's a collector's asset with historic architecture. Views of the bay, steps from the metro and the airport. Smart entry, high returns. Only the last units are left to sell. Don't miss your chance to spend your next vacation in your own apartment in Rio.